Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our College Baseball 21 series, where we are following the Texas Longhorns as we try to create a baseball dynasty. Now, it has been a while since we've been on the diamond, but we are back and we're approaching the midway point to the season. And as we do that, we look at some of these other big games that we do have going on around us today. You have Arizona State, UCLA, Cal State, Fullerton, Texas A&M, Florida, Mississippi State. Got some big time conference matchups, along with a lot of matchups that will kind of determine how the playoff race is going to go and how the season's going to go. But instead, we are going to kick it off here as we will be facing off against the Rice Owls here at UFCU Dish Falk Field here in Austin, as we will be taking them on. Now, we are leaders of our division, but Rice is also up there as well. They've been a tough team to get out this season, but our starter, Juan Silva, has 14 starts, a 4-6 record, 3.33 ERA. He's gone 73 innings, given up 77 hits with 57 strikeouts and 11 walks. So his stats aren't that bad outside of the win-loss record. We just haven't. Our offense has kind of slipped off quite a bit. And so that's a little issue that we are definitely working on trying to bring back up and get back to our old form and our winning ways. So to start it off for Rice here is going to be Cory Tucker. And this is a big time at bat for us. If we can start out strong, it hopefully should help us go a little bit further into the innings here in this game and on with the season. Now, taking a look at it, we are 40-30. So, like I said, we are first in our conference. But that doesn't mean anything. We're right there at around the halfway point. So, we got a ways to go. Definitely need to keep this up. And after 2 pitches, Rice will get their first hit as Tucker is now on first. And he does have some speed, 73 speed overall. So, there is some definite steal possibilities. But right now, we have the batter at 0-2 is the count here as we look at Carl Dixon, the home plate umpire. Hopefully, he maintains some form of consistency and all that. So now 0-2 count as Silva gets set, checks the runner, and delivers. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for the first strikeout of the game for Juan Silva. Just 5 pitches into it, 1 strikeout. And he did not see that off speed coming down low. And, a pitch like that, he had the fastball. He was eyeing it. We had thrown him a couple of them and up high and hit the off speed down low. So now here comes the next batter with 1 out. Silva gets a slow slider but falls in the zone. And Sean Baladares is a 226 hitter. He does have 15 home runs and 30 RBIs so far on the season. So Silva delivers a 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be another off-speed pitch down low. 0-2 is now the count to Baladares as we get ready to try and see what we can do to get him out. Hopefully, we are looking to throw it a little bit lower, hoping to get a ground out double play here since there's only 1 out in the inning, and they do have Tucker there on first. And that next pitch, the 0-2, is going to be called a ball just outside of the zone. It looked like that had been a strike earlier in this inning, but this time it did not go our way, and so we will have a 1-2 to Baladares. Silva gets set, and he's going to deliver the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and another strikeout on the off-speed pitch, down and away, as Silva 2 strikeouts here after giving up the leadoff single. And he just swung right over that. He had pretty good timing, but just could not make contact that was needed. So now here comes Rice's 4th batter, Thomas Ullman, 278. He has 12 home runs and 29 RBIs. But look at that OPS being 831. That's pretty good for them on the season. Now the second pitch, the first one was a ball. Second one is going to be down low in the zone for a strike, bringing the count to 1-1. As Silva we haven't worried too much about Tucker on first, but he's going to go and we're going to fire it down there. And look at that speed as he gets into there safely. And that wasn't that bad of that was a pretty good throw. He did have a decent lead of 11 feet. Probably could have checked him a little bit. But look at that. Catcher pop time, 1.8 seconds, and he was already in. That's an impressive amount of speed. Now 1-2 delivery on the outside, and that's going to be just past the zone, and that will now bring it to 2-2. Our next pitch is down low. It does have him swinging, but he's able to foul that one off. As Ullman staying alive at 2-2. Here's the delivery. Fouls another one off on the fastball down low. Maintaining 2-2, keeping the man at second that's what we need. Gets set, and Silva delivers, and that's another foul. Ullman is fighting off strong. That is one of the reasons why his OPS is 831, and he is their cleanup hitter. But that next pitch is going to be inside, in the zone. Strikeout number 3 for Juan Silva. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby, is all I got to say about that. As that will end at the top of the first, and that will bring us here to the bottom of the first, and the Longhorns will be batting, facing off against Joe Morgan, who has 14 starts. He's 4-3 on the season, 2.51 ERA, pitched 79 innings with 17 walks and 56 strikeouts while giving up 75 hits. So it's, if you look at Silva versus Morgan, pretty similar stat-wise. Outside of, like I said, win-loss column, outside of that, they're fairly close. His ERA is a little bit better than Silva, but hey, just so happens to be that. So here we come with our lead-off batter. Steps up to the plate. Morgan's going to deliver that first pitch as we just let that one slide right by us for a strike. Now, 0-1 is not the worst count for us. It gives us a chance to try to see what that speed is at least going to look like coming in to help us kind of time it up better, but that didn't work. Sweet swings and misses. Kind of embarrassingly on that off-speed pitch to bring it to an 0-2 count. Now, Marlon Sweet, our leadoff hitter, 0-2, they fire a high fastball. We do let that one go. Thankfully, we had enough, plate presence, plate vision, if you will, to see it coming in and bring the count to a 1-2 count here in this ball game. So now 1-2, fires that one in, and that's going to hit the outside zone right there on the edge as Sweet will strike out. Not even swinging as he just strikes out looking. Just watched it go. I thought it was outside, but it trailed back in at that last second and got right in there. So now here comes up our second batter as we now have one out, and Mario Vega takes a swing and a miss as he's batting .257 on the season. Does have 10 home runs, though, with 39 RBIs. So he's a pretty decent hitter, but swinging at those inside strikes. And that was just out of the zone, leading to that miss. That second fastball comes in on the outside edge and will fall in for strikes. So the count is now 0-2, needing to protect the plate here. That 0-2 is going to be inside. Let's get on a fastball coming in at 92 miles per hour. Pretty good pace there, as we will now have a 1-2 count coming up with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Now the 1-2 pitch, Vegas swings at that slider as that looked to be outside, but we made a cut at it anyways, just not able to make any type of contact on that one. 7-inch break with 1,800 rotations per minute. That is some hellacious speed. I wonder if in the college game they're checking for foreign substances like they are in the big leagues. And that one, we strike out pretty embarrassingly. And that will bring up, normally it would be Drew Crane up in this position. But instead it's going to end up being Marcus Lopez. We are giving Crane a break for this game. We may see him in the later innings if we have to, but not really planning on bringing him in right now. So Lopez has a 1-1 count after that second pitch comes inside for a ball. Facing off against Morgan, the 1-1 delivery. Gets a piece of it, a pretty good solid chunk, but that's going to be right at the center fielder as that will fall in for the third out. And this game is still 0-0 after one, with Rice having the only hit so far. Now we are going to jump ahead a little bit to the bottom of the third inning. We do have a man on first, as Dante Pollard over there on first, as we now have Cairo, our catcher, up to the plate, and that first pitch is going to be outside for a ball. There are still 0 outs here in the third inning for the Longhorns in a 0-0 ball game. Cairo, that was just nasty. Ugliest swing I think I could have seen in my lifetime, as Cairo really whiffs on that off-speed pitch. But he gets a hold of it on the second one. That ball's deep. It's a line drive over the fence. That's a home run. Andres Cairo, 2-run homer here in the bottom of the third. He was embarrassed once. He was not going to be embarrassed again, as that one will give the Horns a 2-0 lead with 0 outs here in the bottom of the third in Austin. As we are facing off against the Rice Owls, Morgan just left that one up in the zone way too much, and Cairo made him pay for it with a 392-foot home run. But look at that speed, 108.4 miles per hour off the bat. That one was not going to be stopped, but even by the wall, it probably would have gone right through it. So now after that 2-run homer, here we are with Marlon Sweet back up to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the first inning, as his count is also 0 for 1 at this point with 1 out here in the third. Now Sweet stands and swings at that off-speed pitch, coming around way too early, mixing up the fastball and the off-speed is a little bit troubling for us. It's something that we do struggle with, but hopefully we get a little bit better handle on it here in the future. So now the 0-1 count. Sweet swings and misses, or fouls that one off. Actually, that was an 0-2 pitch. Sweet gets the foul ball, staying alive here. 1 out in the bottom of the third. Now 0-2 delivery by Morgan as he comes home with it, and that's inside for a ball. The count is now 1-2. So now with 1-2 the count, Morgan gets set, and he's going to deliver this one home to Sweet. That one's going to be fouled off again. Sweet is battling, trying to avoid a second strikeout on this one. But our timing is really off. Morgan has got us basically back on our heels. The 1-2 delivery, it's going to be a ball. That looks kind of like a foul, but I guess we did get the check called up in time, as that is now 2-2. Sweet still battling in there, as Morgan is now up to 42 pitches. He's been about 6 in this at bat alone, but that off speed's going to get Sweet swinging and whiffing. Hit nothing but some gnats on that at bat, as that off speed just hammered us down low out of the zone. It was in there for a second and then dropped out at the last minute, just not able to make contact. So Sweet now 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. So Mario Vega comes up, struck out also in the first inning as well. First pitch to him is a down low changeup, and look at that. We just have nothing going towards it, not even seeing it come in very well, as the count is now 0-1. And we're going to swing on that inside. Probably should have held off, but once again, another changeup. Off speed has been killing us in this game, as we are now 0-2 to Vega here in the bottom of the third. And he's just going to let that was a ball. Oh my God, that really should have been the strikeout, but we got the call going our way. So 1-2 to Vega is the count, as Morgan stretches forward and delivers, and Vega is going to foul that one off, coming around a little bit too early on that fastball. We saw he made that same mistake like he did with Cairo. We just could not take advantage this time and came around too early on it. So 1-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss by Vega, and that's going to be how this third inning will come to a close. Andres Cairo, big time shot, giving the Horns the lead. And that one, hopefully we can build on that separation. But our bottom of the order has been coming through. The top of the order today, not so much. Not what we've seen from us in previous games, I'll say that. So now we're going to jump ahead to the top of the sixth. Tejada is going to be coming up to the plate for Rice. We are still having a 2-0 lead. But that one, he gets a good shot into left center, and we're going to be able to barely come down with that one, as that will be a big timeout for us. It looked like that could have been extra bases right there. Wait, he is on. We didn't catch that? I thought we caught that. Okay, no, we did catch it. All right, so see, 1 out. That's all I'm saying. 1 out, nobody on. Okay, had me confused for a second. Well, on the very next pitch, I guess they do get a man on it. That looks like Tucker they get on first, their leadoff hitter, as he comes to the plate. Gets a second hit of the ball game, as he is now on first base, and Rice may be trying to make something happen. So the very next batter comes up. We have a 1-0 count here. Silva still in the game and still pitching strong, only at 55. And they're going to try a steal, and they're going to get that one in easily. Again, Silva, we may need to work on his delivery coming home because that has been 2 easy steals by Tucker so far in this one. All right, so now we do have a 1-2 delivery getting ready as Silva comes home with it. They're going to get a good piece of that one. It's going to land in the gap. Trying to chase it down, just not able. Lopez finally grabs a hold of it as a man is standing up on second, and a run will come across the score as the game is now a 1-run ball game, 1-2. After that double and the RBI, so we go and take a look at our bullpen to see who we do have up. Brooks Santiago, Curtis Platt, they were just throwing and stretching, but we got them in full warm-up mode now. Silva seems to have lost some of his momentum after that, RBI, as it's a little bit harder to control. He's starting to lose it some. His effort, his energy is pretty low at this point, so we have to keep an eye on that. Now he does get a swing and strike, and they're going to try to steal third, and we will get him. Thank you, goodness. Wait, they called him safe? No way. They did. Oh, man, I thought they called him out. Damn it. That was close. We should have had him. And look at this little dribbler right in front of us. You've got to be kidding me. That is how you know things are not going your way. Oh, my goodness. So Rice, man on first and third. We do bring in Brooks Santiago. Try to offer some form of relief. Now, Santiago can maintain for a possible save and so forth, but Silva can still get the loss because he did allow 2 guys on, and if they take the lead in this inning, that's going to be an issue. So now 1-2 delivery from Santiago. That one's going to be in it for the strikeout, as that was a big timeout that we really needed right there. Now, Solomon's coming up to the plate for Rice with 2 men on and 2 out here in the top of the 6th. The first pitch will be a changeup for a strike. Just downside is that was right over the heart of the plate. Make mistakes like that against some better teams, you're going to be punished. And this time they will ground out to Santiago. Good play by him as we actually escape out of this inning, only giving up the 1 run. So if we can hold on, Silva will still maintain the win. But we'll just have to see what happens as we are now here in the top of the 8th inning as the count is 1-0. And we have brought in Curtis Platt now. Santiago gave us a good 2 innings or inning and a half. But we have brought in Curtis Platt hopefully to try to set us up to be able to finish this one off. And so now the 1-1 count is going to be hit, and that's going to fall in right in the perfect area down the left field line as Lopez tries to chase it down, but that's going to be a stand-up double once again as Rice has got another man in scoring position, Vinny Arias. He had the RBI double there in the 6th, gets another one in this game. And that's going to be a high hit down to left field as we will be able to field that one, and we're going to keep the runner at second. So now we have, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 ball game here with a man on second. Ullman coming to the plate, batting cleanup. Been kind of struggling, but not on that one. Drives it right past Lopez. That run's going to score. We're firing it over, seeing if we can't get him at second. And they are. We're going to get him out, but they will get the game-tying run before we're able to pull that off, as the score is 2-2. And now we're going to find ourselves here in extra innings. Here in the top of the 10th, they do have a man on second because I kept those rules. Kind of like it. It's a lot of fun. But I don't like it when this crap happens as they drive one right past our first baseman, and that's going to be a run-scoring double right down the right field line. I mean, my goodness. That was a hit where it had to be to get past our man, and that will get them a run. So now here in the next batter, first pitch, he's going to pop that one and foul out just in front of the home team dugout as Baker comes through and makes the catch this time. So now 1 out here in the top of the 10th as we are going to go ahead and bring this one on home, Curtis Platt, as he is now 1-0 to Cory Tucker, who's batting .206 with runners in scoring position. That's pretty good, but it also means we have the capability to get him out. So 1-1 is the count. That pitch will be high and inside for a ball. 2-1 now to Tucker. Platt gets set and delivers. And that's going to be a big time hit to center field. We're trying to chase it down. Harvey, he's got it. And he's going to fire it in. We're going to try to get him at third as they do tag up. But he's going to be safe easily into third base. Harvey Hayes, the big time throw from deep center. As we do hold him at third and now allow another run to score. So still in the top of the 10th, Platt 1-0. Fires a fastball in there, and he's now 1-1. And he's also definitely getting tired a little bit. As you can see, his fastball pace has kind of fallen off some. And that's going to be a big-time shot. Hayes trying to chase it down and will get it at center field. Great play, great couple plays by Hayes to stop additional runs from scoring. But Rice will get the run they need. And so here we are now in the bottom of the 10th inning. And if you look in the upper left, you can see the hit total. We have not been able to get very many hits. We had Cairo with the 2-run homer after Pollard got on. And that's really been it for us here today. And so that's been our biggest problem, just unable to follow through. Now, Michael Naveau, our second baseman, is going to lead this inning off as he hits a foul down the third base side, and that's going to go into the stands. 0-2 is the count here to Naveau. In the bottom of the 10th, brings it home, and Naveau is going to swing and miss on that off speed. Another one bites the dust. My goodness, we look like we did in the College World Series against Mississippi State that first game. I think we've had about 12 or 13 plus strikeouts so far in this one. So coming up is going to be Baker, our first baseman now. 1-0 is going to be the count to him after that. He holds off on that outside fastball. As he gets set and the delivery comes, Baker, oh my man, just slightly early, and he's going to pop that one up to third base as we are now down to our final out. We have a man on second, just need to get a decent hit. He's got enough speed. We could bring him home if we wanted to. Now, Dante Pollard is going to come up here as our potential final out in this ballgame. That curveball drops in. You've got to be kidding me. That looked further inside than what that really was. But 0-1 to Pollard now, trying to save the game for the Horns. Swings at that foul ball and fouls it back behind the plate as the count is now 0-2. Pollard gets set with an 0-2 count. Last strike here. Fouls it again. Just holding on. Just barely holding on. Just needing a simple single. That's it. Just to keep the inning alive. And he's going to check but not be able to hold up, and that's going to be the final out. Oh, man, that was bad. How anticlimactic that was. But Andres Cairo came through for us. We just couldn't pile up any additional hits after that. That was our biggest problem. Rice kept chipping away, but nothing we did ever seemed to work well enough to get us any type of, run scored, anything like that. So we are now 40-31 on the season. We are still in the number one spot, and we're going to continue to fight our way on to the College World Series. So it is a long season. We will be doing a lot of simulating coming up, but that's just kind of the way it does go from here. So with that being said, I will be seeing y'all in the next episode here as the Longhorns continue our road to Omaha. So as always, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we'll stay safe, and y'all know how it goes by now. Later, y'all.